You've played under Allardyce, Moyes, Chris Hughton, you mentioned, Pardew as well. Who gives the best speech? Because all managers are different, right? Some managers know to put their arm around you and quite quiet, some scream and shout.
Yeah, I think they're all different in their own little way, you know. And I think Pard's done it really well in his way. You know, Chris was sort of, as you said earlier, he's softly spoken, you know, and but got that, you know, that bit where when he wants to and can get his point across really well. Sam just, for me, he got me, and he gets footballers, gets people, and I think people like him and are drawn to him because he sees the other side, not just the footballing side of you. So I think he knows when to give you a bit of a rollick, and he knows when to put his arm around you. And I think that's why he got to where he got in the end.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more common for players to sign for a manager than the club?
Yeah, I think I think if you're comfortable with the manager, I think you can, you know, really settle in at any club. But I think sometimes that, you know, I don't know, to be honest, but he'll tell you probably better than me, because he had more offers to go to other places. Because every time I got offered to go somewhere, or someone was interested, Bolton would just give me a new contract.
Right. Who did you nearly sign for that we don't know about?
I was quite close with to Tottenham, going to Tottenham when I was at Bolton. Well, the Martin Yole years.
Okay, so like around 08, 9, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and why did it not happen?
No, before the Yoles before that.
It was
like
07.
Yeah,
07. Okay. So why did it not happen? How close is
again?
Close?
Because as soon as it sort of come to like the fruition of us knowing that they were quite interested.
Who was in charge, Mike Yole?
Yole
is it because you weren't Dutch then? They didn't sign you?
he refused after he learned that I wasn't half Dutch.
Hello, what is this?
He's not going to be able to speak to me in Dutch, so I'm not having it.
Any other clubs that you got close to?
No, I don't think so. I think there was quite a lot of rumours going around about, you know, Liverpool and Man United, but I think that was more paper talk and stuff like that. There was a lot of rumours I was doing really well at Bolton at the time, and Paul Scholes had his problem with his eyes.
Yeah.
Remember that year?
Paul Scholes had his problem with his eyes?
His eyes, I think it was his eye, yeah. He was having a problem with I think it was something like that, and he come to watch me a couple of times, but I probably realised
Who he?
Scholes, I think he was doing a bit for Man United. Actually get them to try and check up on that, because I'm sure that,
So you're saying he came to watch you and he had problems with his eyes?
No, yeah, but well, obviously because he didn't sign me, did he?
There's two of them. Yeah, you got double vision. Yeah.
No, I think it was obviously to do with
like
obviously not being able to rack around his head and stuff like that, being involved in football and stuff.
Going back to Big Sam, the last question before we move on. Apparently, Big Sam was fuming with you when you were a teenager at Bolton. Is that right? It says he had the ump with you in training as a teenager. What happened?
Yeah, so obviously when you get to Thursday, you're normally doing your team shape and stuff, aren't you? And
what does that mean, team shape?
Team shape. So the team shape for the weekend, and you normally pick. Sam prior to that had picked his 11, what was going to start on, and I obviously wasn't in the 11.
How old were you?
I was 19. This was in the Premier League. I might have been 19. I might have just turned 20.
Were these the days with them boys though, like JJ Kocher and them boys?
No, this was like probably the first or second season. It was either late on in the first season when I was doing quite well, or really early on in the second. So we would have had a few decent ones.
Anelka, would he have been there? Anelka?
He wasn't there then. No, it was a bit later. So I remember, like, I went in, and you know when you get the hump.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, I'm not having this. Like I'm going to see him. I am fuming. I'm raging. Like, you know, I trained like it.
Yeah.
And
lethargically,
like, yeah. But think you got away with it, you know what I mean? And and this is why Sam was so good, right? Because he's give it one of them. So I'm thinking, right, I'm fuming. He's gone there, dead like we're talking now. Kev, come and see me in the office in a bit, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, I will. I was coming anyway.
Yeah,
I'm definitely coming to see you, because I'm asking. I'm going to fume. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. Right. And I knocked on his door, walked in, and before I literally before I was like thinking I'm going to sit down, he has jumped up, grabbed hold of me by ear, and he's got me up against the wall.
Has he? Yeah.
If you ever ever do that to one of my training sessions again, he said, you will know what it, you know, I've gone, and I've just gone, jeez, yeah, that's what I've just come in to say, sorry, Gaffer.
You read my mind.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to come in, because I've just lost my head. And then he went, right, that's good enough for me, like, get out. And then obviously he was brilliant. Come in the next day, I was in the team, played on the Saturday, I think I scored, and it was just like, everything was
That's
over.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a manager pick you up like that?
No.
Is he the only one that's done that?
Yeah, he was the one big enough.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Chris, you ain't going to do it, is he? Chrissy.
Only if he's standing on Andy Carroll. Right, we're going to have a quick break. We've got so much more to come. Me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, and more importantly, the superstar that is Kevin Nolan with us live on Drive on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.